Yo, what up? It's your boy, JJ Stone, aka O Doctor, and welcome to IQMZ Tech. Now, I want to be honest with you. I've been living the life, coaching my daughter's stuff and doing things, and I have not done this podcast the way I wanted to do this podcast. I'm hoping to change that and just get myself back into it. I'm going to be on Twitter again today and love talking technology and all that good stuff. But the number one thing I get asked when I'm in the chat room, because apparently my camera looks good. I don't look good, but the camera looks good. I know it's not me that the people are talking about, but the setup looks good. And people always ask what my setup is, and I'm trying to type it out in the chat because I love the chat. But I figure why not just tell you guys all the stuff that I got going on my desk and in my setup. Now, I'm not going to show you my desk because my desk is, honest to God, a mess. I'm a messy dude. I got what do I got over here? I got some Kool-Aid wrappers. I got some cookies. I got a thing of Dominoes. So I was playing Dominoes with my daughter. I got weird stuff on my desk. My desk is just a mess. So I'm not going to show you that because who cares? But I will go through the deets of what's going on with my setup. So the first things first, people are going to ask, oh, well, what kind of computer are you using? So I built my own computer. Long story short, I went AMD because I wanted cost effectiveness over everything else because I was coming from Mac back to PC and I didn't know if I would like PC. Finding out that I love PC again after a 10-year hiatus of not having one, I'm converting everything back over to PC and I'm loving it. So I went with the AMD 1700 Ryzen X. I only got 16 gigs of RAM. I need to upgrade that. I'm just waiting to do it to 64. For what I need, the video rendering, I do photography. This processor, and even with 16 gigs of RAM, it is killing it. Obviously, I've got a 512 solid state drive, and then I've got like a 2 terabyte drive backup. I'm using the AMD video card 480X Extreme, I think is what it is. I actually have 2 of them running because I got a lot of monitors, so I needed the extra horsepower for that. I don't really game too much on my PC. I use my PlayStation for that or the Nintendo Switch. I don't really game on my PC. I used to. I can't get back into it. The keyboard and mouse gaming is just, maybe I'm old and I just can't get back into it. But right now I'm not doing anything, but you see the processors run over here. It's just smooth sailing with all these cores and phantom cores and not real cores. It's just amazing the way this AMD processor runs and how quiet it is, how cool it stays. You know, it's just, I love this thing. I love it so much. Ooh, okay, let me stop playing. Let me focus on what I'm talking about. All right. So AMD processor, MTX motherboard, I think. I can't remember. I built it over a year ago. So whatever's in there. I actually screwed it up the first time I put it together. But then I got myself together. And we're doing much better now. So speaking of the gaming and not gaming, let's talk about, I got this Elgato game capture. I got the portable version. The card that you could put in your PC is vastly superior, but I also travel a lot and I bring my laptop, so I wanted to get the USB 3 version, and it keeps up at 6 frames per second. It's pretty dope. Comes with the free software. It's awesome, and I think that everybody should have one if you're into gaming. Then how I'm doing this switch back and forth, when you see me doing this is annoying to you right now, but I did buy the Elgato Stream Deck. This thing is awesome. It's got me so lazy. I'm just launching tweets from it when I stop my recording. Launch websites. You could set it to post things on a schedule for you. And now you can stream it with a one button setup where you can hit one button and it'll launch you live, start recording, send out a tweet. Like, you could set up to like 5 or 6 different. It's awesome. It's definitely worth the money. I would get this before this gaming capture card if you're not gaming, because this thing is used for a lot of things. I use it for Photoshop, Lightroom, Premiere. I set up functions that I use often, and I just click this button and it automatically ramps things up for me, and it has saved me so much time launching apps and things like that. I feel like I got a touch screen on my computer, so it's great. What else do we got going on? Just made the list. Soundbar, it's right down in front of me. Just a little cheap soundbar. I actually have the way I have it set up, I have another soundbar system that's more powerful, but the one that I use for my computer is this one. It's fine. It sounds good. I could plug my headset right into it if I wanted to. You could plug a mic into it, but who would ever use a mic like that? So this is my main monitor that I use, and it is beautiful. It really is. I mean, it's so sexy. I upgraded to this model. This is the 2018 Samsung 4K UD. You could read all the stats on it, LED. It is amazing. It also has FreeSync that goes along with my AMD card. That's another reason I got this version, this monitor, over any other monitor, because the other monitor is usually FreeSync for other video cards. But I love this monitor. I love this monitor. I love this monitor. That's all I can say. But this is my main monitor I use, again, for video editing and my photography, the 4K monitor. Then I have two of these cheapy, do-nothing monitoring monitors. So, like right now I have the websites up, so like that I'm over here. I have another, so I have a monitor, and I have a 55-inch Samsung 4K LED TV. Oh, it's so sexy. It's got the thin glass bezel. So basically I have three monitors that I use. The third monitor, which is the second of these 24-inch AOC, is a backup that I use for my laptop when I need to extend the monitor and I'm not doing anything where I need 4K, because otherwise I'd link it up to this monitor because I got multiple sources on the 4K. But I don't know. This monitor is cheap, but when I'm using additional monitors and I got a pretty much a 30-inch monitor, I don't need to spend a grip on all these monitors. I'm not linking them all together. I'm not playing a video game. Like, it's just too much, and why spend the money? And not for nothing, I could get by on the two 24-inch monitors for a lot of the stuff that I do, except for obviously the video. The video I need the 4K because I need to see it the way it is. But hey, good cheap little monitors. Buy 7 of them. Throw them up everywhere. Be happy. That's what I thought to myself when I bought them. My mic stand, I got 2 of these. The thing that my mic is hooked up to, I get these because, again, I do video production, and sometimes I need a boom mic so I can adjust these and then set it up when I have the subject sitting there and we're recording, and I use a shotgun mic or something like that. So it's a dual purpose. And I also have a glass desk, and clamping to the glass desk I have found is not reasonable because of the pressure that it puts down on the desk. So another reason I'm using mic stands, for people that wonder. I really need to find a desk stand for this microphone that I could just put it on the desk. I need to find something like that. So if anybody knows a good desk stand, I've been looking for one. I can't find one. Oh, nothing on that one. This is the Forces Scarlett. I don't have this model. I have the older model, but the older model is actually more money. This new version is pretty much identical to mine. It's what I use to power my microphone. I got this version instead of the single version because, hey, you never know when you're going to grow. And sometimes I have a guest in studio, and it's just nice to have more auxiliary ports than just one. But the single unit of this, if you're a solo show, is only $99, and this brand is just legit, and it works, and it lasts forever. The microphone that I'm currently using is this microphone. It's AKG. This one's the 420. I love this microphone. So the thing that's cool about this microphone is that it's almost like the Yeti. It has 3 different settings, not 4, but it gives you I don't know why I'm saying it like I'm retarded. I can't think right now. But it gives me the 360, it gives me directional, and then it gives me opposite. So if I sat in front of the person, it'd be back to back. And it is vastly superior to the Yeti. I also have a Yeti, but this does that similar function, but it is a vastly superior microphone. And that's one of the reasons why I need a desk stand for this, so that I can start using it with those other setups like I was talking about. But I love this microphone. I love this microphone. I love this microphone. So we're getting out of order. Let me get this because I'm switching by. The camera that I'm currently using right now is the Canon 80D. You could use a 70D. You could use a T6, a T5. Anything with automatic focus, autofocus, is what you're going to want. So you can go from a $500 camera to a $5,000 camera that's Canon and you'd be good. But the 80D is what I'm currently using. I was using a 70D, and I was getting pretty much the same result. The 60D doesn't have autofocus, so you have to set your focal point and be right in there. And I couldn't go like this and have it focus and then come back. It would just all be blurry if I had a 60D. So again, currently using the Canon 80D. The power, you need power, constant power. This little plug plugs right into the bay, and you plug it into the wall, and you don't have to worry about the batteries running out. Because even if you had a battery pack, which I used to try to do when I was in the field, you will run out of power quickly, and there's nothing you can do about it. So $20, you want to get that. So how do I look all bouqueted up and like I said, like, see, and then the blur in the background, and we focus on the blur in the background. That is because of this bad boy right here. This is the lens I'm using right now. It's not the best 50 millimeter lens. It's in between. It's in the middle. It's not cheap. It's $329 right now. It's actually cheaper than when I bought it. And this lens will do you justice. If you like the quality of this video, then this is a good lens for you. If you are Brokeback Mountain and you don't have a lot of money, then you could deal with this little jammy for $100. It won't give you the super bouquet that this one does, but I mean, coming from a webcam, this thing night and day for $100, $125 will kill it for you for a long time until you start making bank and you could upgrade your lenses. 50 millimeter all day. I love it. You got to get your adjustment right. You got to have the right kind of distance. Right now I am currently 4 feet from the back wall, give or take, and I got about 3 feet in front of me. So I need almost the distance of the room. I need almost a 10 by 12 room to clear this with a 50 millimeter, unless you want to get closer or be back closer to the wall. If you don't have artwork on the back of the wall, then you don't need that space in the back. I don't have anything up right now, but I usually do, and I have the lights up. So got the lenses, got the microphone, got the camera. Oh, I'm using OBS when I do my shows, the live stream, and send out. It's free. A lot of tutorials on it, a lot of YouTube videos to teach you how to use it. If you don't know anything and you're just getting started, this thing is a beast. It has a lot of features, a lot of functionality. What I use to connect my camcorder, oh my God, what was wrong with me? My DSLR to my computer is SparkoCam. It's $30. It only works with Canon cameras and Nikon cameras, but I don't have to buy a $300 video capture device to run in between my camera and my computer, and I can just run it straight with a USB cord, and I can do that on my laptop also. So with just this software and OBS, it'll stream out, and it allows Skype and everything else to use my DSLR as my webcam. So it's definitely worth the $30. They don't sponsor me or give me any money to say that. It's just great. It does, it says screening. I haven't done it for that, but it has a lot of features in it for $30, and so I love it. I cannot do without it. And last but not least, my laptop that I've switched to. Like I said, I was a MacBook Pro guy. I currently have a HP Spectre. This thing is a beast. I can run everything that I'm doing on my desktop on that laptop, and it's not the same processor time, but I mean, I'm getting stuff done and I don't feel sluggish about it. I'm not going to be rendering videos and stuff on there all the time, but just for my mobile setup, for editing, photography, and even doing Premiere Pro, like, it's not all day and all night. The hard drive on this thing is extremely fast, 16 gigs of RAM. It's amazing. I love this laptop. And guess what? It's got a touch screen, and it folds over and it does yoga. Not that I really use it for that unless I'm watching Netflix. Like, it don't really need all that, but it's just nice that when you spend like $2,000 on a laptop, which now is cheaper than when I bought it. When I bought it was $2,000. But when you spend $2,000, like, to be able to have a touch screen and other things that work, like, it comes with a pen, I could write, I could do stuff. It's amazing that when you spend $2,000, you actually get some pro features. They've gone the route of Apple by taking out the SD card, and that pisses me off, but at least I get a touch screen to make up for that. At least I get the yoga feature to make up for that. At least I get a pen to make up for that. So when I'm doing Photoshop, things like that, I can use this laptop. It is a great workhorse. So looking around, I think that that's everything. I don't think I forgot anything. I'm a slave to bass. I know that these headphones are not the best headphones. I just love bass, and I use Beats headphones. I'm a horrible person. I fully understand that. Know that I never pay full price for them, so don't feel bad for me. I have a Google Home right here. I also have a Mac Mini server. That is my last Mac product, computer-wise, that I have. I have everything on there though. It's got like. It's got the 2 terabyte hard drive, and I've got an 8 terabyte drive hooked up to it. It is like the mothership of all my content, and I have a lot of content saved up, and it has to get backed up to the cloud. And not for nothing, Apple is good for that. It is a stable beast. It runs low and quiet. It never gets hot. It never overheats. It never reboots. I love this little thing. I'm never getting rid of it. So Apple still got me somewhere. I don't use it to process anything, but I use it to store everything, and I love it. Any questions, comments, hit me up in the comment section or tweet at me and let me know if you like what I got and if it helps you out. And if you had any other kind of questions I didn't answer specifically about the camera I'm using or the software, let me know. There will be links in the description. Of course, they're Amazon affiliate links. If I get a penny if you bought something, great. If not, no big deal. You don't even need that. You can just go Google it yourself and go not give me money. It's just the way of the world. I fully understand that. But if you could, hit subscribe on YouTube for me and subscribe to the podcast. I am going to be doing my tech podcast, like a tech podcast for short, probably every Saturday night. And if you subscribe on Twitch, you'll get a notification when I go live. You can watch it live if you want. And I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I still look good to somebody. I don't have my other light on. Oh, I'm using Hue Philips lights, by the way. I got to write that up. I'm using Philips Hue lights, and I got the app, and it controls it, and my Google controls it, and it's great, and I love it, and it's sexy. I would show you guys what happens when I say it's time for Netflix, but I'm not going to do that and embarrass myself. That's neither here nor there. I'm your boy with JJ Stone, aka Doctor. Thanks for watching IQMZ Tech, and I'm out.